Hello and welcome to another Entovian gaming video, and today we've been doing the new face-off event that just hit global, where there's two blitz battles essentially, where you face off against either Aokiji or Akainu. It's a bit weird, where last time there was like 3 and then like just wherever you ranked you got like amount of good rewards. This time whoever is like the winning side will actually get 1 extra free legend, which probably means that Aokiji will lose, sorry. You actually want to run Aokiji, but that means Akainu will win. Because yeah, so you just fight whoever you want to not support, which is mildly confusing, I guess. But like once you figure it out, it's not that hard to think about. The first one I'm gonna start off with is Akainu, who's probably the harder one, which is why I'm using a pretty heavy legend team. You probably don't want to run him too much if you're free to play. You probably just want to run him once or twice just to get the gems, I guess, for clearing all the stages. If you're free to play, you probably just want to focus on Aokiji, since he's a lot easier to run and he's probably going to win, which means Akainu will win. So again, yeah, it's a bit weird. So yeah, pretty much just probably, if you're free to play, probably just run this once or twice, or 3 times to beat all the stages, and then just spend all your time farming Aokiji instead. I'm not 100% sure how many times you have to run it to get into the top 10,000, which is how many you need to be to get the first free legend. But you might as well just run it 50 times if you have the time to just get all the Chopper Man rewards. There are a decent amount of them. The final one is for after 50 runs you get Memorial Turkey, which is obviously pretty good but not amazing. So if you don't really want to do 50 turns, you probably still can hit the top 10,000, I think. But that's just really up to you. Here you just gotta do a lot of stalling. This team doesn't really have any stat boosted units, but it does have a lot of side units. The team itself, Sanasonia is there obviously for the attack boost. You can use someone else like Raid Aokiji, he'd be pretty good since he gets stat boosted as well, but he's not Sai, which is obviously a bad thing. You can also use Fukaboshi, who's a Sai type boost as well, who might be better than Sanasonia in this situation actually. But I don't have him, so I'm just going to use Sanasonia instead. You just use any striker attack booster pretty much. There you saw the one guy in the front, he will give you all block orbs and lock your units for 4 turns once he's killed. So generally you want to try and kill him last, because then if you kill him last and then you just move on to the next stage, he actually doesn't lock you for any turns. But sometimes he does just have a lower CD, or you get some bad orbs and it's unavoidable. This team has a lot of HP, so you should be safe for the most part. You just want all your specials ready for the next 2 stages. So the first version, there's going to be 2 versions that Akainu you can run into. They do exactly the same thing except for their preemptives. You can either be strength or int. So if he's strength, he will cut your HP by 50% and lower your attack by 99% for 3 turns. Or if he's int, he will cut your HP by 50% again and then despair your captains for 6 turns. Either way, you're pretty much going to have to stall for 3 turns, since you should definitely have anti-despair level 3. You got to tank these hits up, and then once turn 2 is over, he will cut your HP by 90% or 99%. So pretty much you have no HP. That's when you use Man Sherry just to heal up again, so you can tank some more hits. And then once the attack down is gone, you will just burst using your attacks. I don't think it's not really a burst actually. You just have to attack him slowly over many turns. Not that many turns, probably 3 or 4. You could get, I guess, super unlucky with your orbs. This is pretty bad here. So I got freaking 1 meat and 1 T in the orb, but yeah, he has 3 million HP, but this team does do a lot of damage just because Neko has a really strong captain ability. You see they're 1 million damage with 2 orbs that made 2 of my characters do pretty much no damage. Obviously you really want Law to have the matching orbs here. Obviously Law is great because he's a 2.25 times orb booster, but he's also quick, so if you run to the strength version of Akainu, he's very useful. You can try and use another orb booster, but it might just be a bit more difficult if you don't have a strength unit. A quick unit, sorry. Manchuri obviously replaceable with another healer, but I don't know how many great healers there are. Oh, Shirahoshi would be amazing if you have her to use. Bato is very important because this guy here will have 8 million HP, and after death he will do 45,000 damage instantly. So you're going to want to put the damage reducer straight up. Use Sanasonia here to get the attack boost. Use Law to get the orb boost, and then use 1 Neko to change all these dex orbs into matching orbs. If you could somehow fit Kenjiro in, you didn't have to use Neko here, but obviously I can't. So we're just going to slap him down and do that sweet 8 million damage. Last Neko did freaking 3 million by himself, which is pretty cool. Now he will revive with 2 million HP, put up a 30 hit barrier, and then, yeah, as I said, do 45,000 damage. But thankfully with Barto, cuts down to about 5,000, which is nothing for this team. This makes me straight in the face. This is the first time I run it, so I had to watch the whole animation. Oh yeah, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that was like a lot of damage anyway. Now he puts up a debuff protector, and then he's got to wait out this 30 hit barrier. He also boosted his attack for a couple turns. Doesn't really matter too much. Punched me in the face again, that's fine. Now we will just wait out 2 more turns. Blam, 8,000. Cuts it a little close, which is why this is kind of scary. Akainu is a lot harder than Aokiji, which is why most people are just going to farm Aokiji instead. Yeah, I really shouldn't like try and look for matching orbs because I only have 1 turn to kill him anyway, and Neko's going to need me before matching orbs. Does what, 22,000 damage with his special alone, which is fine, I guess. Not that much. Obviously, last hit with your side units, and no one has any stat boosts, so you don't have to really worry about any of that. And there we go, 2.4 million damage in 1 turn, and he's dead. Probably not gonna run Akainu that much more after that. Now onto the Aokiji version. Again, this is a lot easier. This is a full free-to-play team. So yeah, Raid, Neo, Akainu, Neo, Doflamingo, TM Whitebeard, Invasion Garb. Invasion Garb is very important for this. He's probably the only guy that is not replaceable on this team specifically. I think you can use like I think it's sugar. No, you can't use sugar because it actually has to be like 25%. You can use Int Mihawk, the Legend Int Mihawk, to do the damage after the revive. That actually will do. That'll do the job really nicely if you have him. He's a nice Legend replacement. Whitebeard's obviously really good because he's an Int unit and he boosts yours by ×2. Akainu gives you that affinity boost, which is actually going to be really nice if you run into the side version. If you don't, then you don't use him at all, but he still has a massive attack boost from just the event. He has like a 1.75 times stat boost, and Garp has as well, which is why I have 70,000 HP. Shanks also has one, but it's like a slightly lower. I think he's just like a 1.5 times boost. But yeah, this team obviously relies heavily on the friend Shanks. You can also use friend V2 Akainu. You just replace the Whitebeard with a Int attack booster with someone like, you know, Colosseum, Shishilian, or even if you want to use V1 like Rare Recruit Robin, I think that should work as well. But yeah, Colosseum, Shishilian is probably better just because it's way better stats. Here we're just stalling out for our specials. Aokiji will rewind all the specials of driven characters with 10 turns, which obviously screws over Akainu since he's like usually driven, but also it screws over V2 Doflamingo special, which you could obviously try and use and just instantly burst the final stage. Here we'll have the similar situation with Akainu, where that guy in the front will despair. Instead, this actually the guy does the exact same thing. He just binds your units for 4 turns, sorry, and then he gives you all block orbs. So yeah, luckily this turn he didn't have a 1-turn CD, so I could just kill him on the next stage, next turn, sorry. And then he'll do all that bad stuff to me. Change all my orbs to block orbs, lock 3 random sailors. It's all good. Now, as I said, Aokiji will either be Int or Psi, not Int or Psi, Dex or Psi. 3 million HP, attacks every turn for 7.8 million damage, 7.8 thousand damage, not million, Jesus. And then he, yeah, either puts up a Rainbow Shield or a Threshold for 3 turns. Either way, he's got to stall out these 3 turns. Also use Barto instantly just to tank some more hits and also have more HP. Obviously, you can't use Barto on the final stage because he will get his special rewinded since he is driven. Now, since he's the Int version, I mean the side version, goddammit, you can just instantly use what's his name, Akainu, just to get the color affinity. Now, he does actually change all your orbs into badly matching orbs, but like the fact that the affinity is up means that since Barto will gets an Int orb, you can just switch that Int orb into Akainu and you just one-shot him, which is really nice. Does like a crap ton of damage, even though no one else will. If you run into the Dex version, as I said, just don't use Akainu, and then just beat him over multiple turns. You do have a crap ton of HP to work with, so you should be fine. Obviously, you could try and farm matching orbs on the previous turns as well. Now on to the final stage. He has 8 million HP again, does 10,000 damage every turn. Apparently grinds all the specials, as I said, clears all your buffs, puts up Deep Buff Protector, and makes all colored orbs badly matching for 4 turns, so we're just going to tank all these hits. Luckily Barto means that he actually only does 8,000 damage. Yeah, we're just gonna burst him with Shanks and Whitebeard special, so there's no reason to attack on these first 4 stages. You'll do about like 10 million damage with this team, just with those 2 specials, which is really nice. We're stalling even more. God damn it. And it's the final stage. He actually does do a lot of stuff, like below 50% and stuff, but like it doesn't really matter since we burst him. Here Shanks will give you matching orbs onto your int units. Whitebeard will give you that ×2 attack boost since he ×2 orb boost since he does have a default protection. And then obviously last hit with Shanks and Akainu. Blam. 3 million damage. So there we go. He revives to 2 million HP. And now has a resiliency buff and doesn't take damage from int units for 3 turns. So we just use Garp and insta-kill him. Nice and easy. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you have any other teams, post them in the comments down below. Join the Discord if you like. If you're feeling generous, you can donate to the PayPal. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, my Nakama.